watching Griffon Sports Insider, presented by Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Now, here are your hosts, Brett Easley and Ryan Menley.
Hello, this is GSI for the first week of March. And Ryan, let the madness begin.
Let it begin. The Missouri Western women will try to do something this week that's never been done before. Win the MIAA Conference Tournament as an 8 seed. The Griffons began their March Madness a little early last weekend, though, in a must-win game, a historical game that saw a long-time elite record fall.
A day full of emotion, pressure, storylines, history. 5 seniors taking their final bows at the Fieldhouse, including number 24, needing 24 points to become Missouri Western's all-time leading scorer. The Griffons needing to beat Southwest Baptist to keep their season alive. Winner moves on to next week's MIAA tournament. No pressure here, though. Western playing possessed. Seniors stepping up big. Jessica Koch to Alex Noble to Brittany Cassidy. Ring up the 3. Later, same spot, same result. Cassidy dropped 14 of her career high 18 points in the first half. Ashley Curry, meanwhile, scored 16 of her 20 points in the first half. Griffons on fire in the first half, go to halftime with a 52-28 lead. Then Jessica Koch, do your thing. Off the steal, gets 2, that's her 16th point. She's 8 away now. Fans screaming at her to keep shooting all night. Final 2 minutes, Koch at 22 points. Here we go. Draws the whistle, fitting that Western's all-time free throw leader gets her chance at the scoring record from the free throw line. The first one, that is her 1,750th career point, tying Lisa Hughes' 20-year-old record. Now for the new record. She needed 24, she finished with 24. Welcome to Rarefied Air, Jessica Koch. You are Missouri Western's new all-time leading scorer. More importantly, you and your team will play next week. Western blows by SBU 86-69. The Griffons punch their tickets to Kansas City as the 8th seed in the MIAA tournament, where Washburn awaits. But for now, what a heck of a way to end the regular season.
It was really exciting, and I just felt like we all just played well together. We all played as a team, and we played with freedom, and it just clicked.
1 point to go. This would make her the all-time leading scorer in Missouri Western women's basketball history. And there it is.
One word that comes to mind is relentless. Nobody has worked harder in the 32 years that I've coached of any individual on a regular basis, from the first day of practice till the last day of practice and in the off season. She deserves a lot of credit, and she's earned it, and she's done it the hard way.
I mean, I didn't even expect, even at the beginning of the year, it was like, you know, I just want stuff to go well, you know, because the odds of that happening were very slim, you know, and just the fact that I was even in the position to do that was amazing. After Wednesday's game, I met Lisa Hughes. I got to meet Lisa Hughes, and she's the Missouri Western's all-time leading scorer, was the Missouri Western's all-time leading scorer. And you know, I got to talk to her and you know, tell her that, you know, I really respected her, and you know, the fact that it was down to the wire that we were trying to make it to the tournament, that was pressure too, you know, because that's the only thing I want is for us to get to Kansas City. And you know, people were coming up talking to me about it, and it's like, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to play. I just want to get to the tournament. And so that was definitely a lot of pressure. Even though I was trying to, you know, swallow it and just kind of keep it behind me, it was still there. So just the fact that the team played so well and we were up by so much, it just made everything so much easier. And I have them to thank. I really do, because I had so much fun, and I seriously am going to remember this game forever.
She's made herself into a very, very, very good basketball player, and who can continue to play after college, in my opinion.
Koch breaks the record, that's out of the way, so no really additional pressure this week in the MIAA conference.
Well, no additional pressure at all. You know, we're the 8th seed, taking on top-seeded Washburn. We're not supposed to win, and our players, they embellish that role.
We've been talking a lot about just playing free, and I think this really puts us in the best position to just play free. I myself am not trying to get caught up in it's the tournament. We're just playing in Kansas City to me. You know, it's Washburn, and we know we can compete with them, and so I just want everybody else on the team to remember that.
We know we can play with them. We only lost by 5 the last time we matched up with them, and when you get to the tournament, we realized that last year too, it's a whole different deal. It's like a new season starts, and whoever shows up that night is going to win. We have as good a shot as anybody right now. And if we're going to play the top-seeded team, I'd rather play them on the first night. Anyhow, you're going to have to, if you want to win the tournament, which is everybody's goal, why not play them on the first night? Get it out of the way and see what happens after that.
This game, of course, a rematch of last year's opening round MIAA tournament game. It was a 7-2 seed game then, and the Griffins were a layup from pulling it out. So really at this time of the year, you kind of wipe everything that happened in the regular season clean. It's neutral floor. Anything can happen in these tournaments. That's why they call it March Madness.
Well, they can't happen. And these two teams have played twice this year. One was a blowout in Topeka. The other was a really grinded out game. Remember, Ashley Curry didn't play in that second game. Washburn's not seen Ashley this year. I think this game's going to be a lot like that. I think it's going to be low scoring. You know, Lombardino inside for Washburn has never really given us trouble. It's going to boil down to, can we shoot it in? And that sounds so simple, but it really is true. If this team shoots a good percentage from the floor, they'll be in it. And pressure's all on Washburn. They're the 1 seed. They have to win. They're fighting to host the regional. Should be a good game Thursday at noon.
Give yourself a chance to win. That's all you can really ask for if you're Missouri Western. Again, that game this Thursday at 12 noon, the MIAA tournament in Kansas City's Municipal Auditorium. We'll be right back.
The most helpful physical therapists in the world on dodgeball.
You'll never know when 3-dimensional flexibility will come in handy. Stay healthy, my friends.
Welcome back. No MIAA tournament for the Western men this year. The Griffins' disappointing season came to an end on Saturday.
But it did end on a high note. The team sent its 3 seniors out in style with a win against Southwest Baptist.
Saturday, the Western men closing out the season honoring 3 high-character seniors, Deontay Mitchell, Levante Douglas, TJ Johnson, playing their final games in the Fieldhouse. Griff's trying to finish strong against Southwest Baptist. They started strong. First half, TJ for 3. He had 12 points, 5 assists, 4 steals in his swan song. Later, Deontay from the corner, 2 of his 8 points. Griff's by 3 at this point. The game closed for the first 15 minutes. Then Western pulls away. Levante Douglas, career night on senior night, had a career-high 26 points on 9 of 13 shooting, also had 9 rebounds. Griffins up 9 at halftime and took complete control in the second half. Junior Sean Tarver nets 2 of his career-high 18 points. Later, Alex Taluka and Fumu Pembe doing what he does best. He shot 44% from three-point land this season. 3 seniors get their exits and their ovations as the Griffins end on a high note. 78-58 the final. Western finished a disappointing 9-17 this season, but they never quit. They continue to play hard all season.
It basically started with our seniors, man. They left out, and all year, no matter what, they never let us give up. So we basically, that was just a finishing statement, finishing touches, I guess you could say. The seniors just kept us going, so we had no choice really but to go out hard.
I mean, it went by fast. I mean, my dad told me to go by fast, and I didn't believe him at first, but here it is. It's the end of my college career. Hopefully I get to play after this, but it was a good ride, and I had fun.
I'm matured a lot here. And like learn not to quit at all, no time. Like we had a terrible season, we could have been folded, but we stayed together. I continued my leadership, TJ helped, Tay, Deontay. It's nice.
Just how to be a man. That's what Coach Smith taught us. You never back down from anyone, and no matter how rough life is, you always look up and pray to God everything will be smooth.
I think we were aided greatly by Levante and TJ and Deontay, the 3 seniors who continued to come out here every single day that we asked and practiced hard and worked hard. And I mean, I don't think there's anybody in this building that would not say that this team, you know, it's unfortunate that this team is not going to have any chance for a reward in terms of Kansas City, because I don't know that anybody would be real tickled to get us right now, because I think we're playing probably the best basketball we've played all year, even with Central beating us, you know, the other night. I thought, you know, we just kind of let it get away. We made some mistakes in that game, but for the most part, I think this team has gotten better and better and better. And you know, for one, you know, sometimes I've said, you know, when you go through seasons like this, it's like, you know, get it over with, and I'm not so sure I feel that way completely.
Those 3 seniors a big loss, but there is a solid foundation. Tom Smith says the immediate need is for a go-to scorer, and I think we would all agree on that.
I would agree with that as well. You know, arguably a go-to scorer. We'd have won 6 or 7 more games this year. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I tell you what, I think there's a good foundation in place. You throw a couple scores in this mix, this team will be very, very competitive next year.
I agree with that. Coming up, the men and women of spring are shining early on the diamond. That and much more when GSI comes back.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on rocker shoes. No. The most helpful physical therapist in the world on balance.
Don't lose it. Stay healthy, my friends.
Ryan Minley with a GSI investigative exclusive here. Today we're talking about no-hitters and baseball superstitions. We all know that it's not okay to talk about a no-hitter when a no-hitter's in progress, but what about tweeting about a no-hitter when a no-hitter's in progress?
Yeah, I think it was a little inappropriate. I don't think that is necessary, no.
What if it's a mythical creature that does it?
Again, no, I don't think that's proper.
The social media's version of tweeting away a no-hitter.
Definitely the reason why Simmons didn't get his no-hitter. Go Griffins. It's just unacceptable.
And here with the Griffin pitcher Brandon Simmons. Brandon had a no-hitter going Saturday against Nebraska Kearney into the 7th inning. And then it was tweeted that you had a no-hitter going in the 7th inning, and literally 5 seconds after that tweet went out, you gave up a hit. What's your thoughts on that?
I blame it on Max, for sure.
It was Max Griffon, the mascot, tweeted it.
Oh, geez, you gotta get him out of there. Come on, Max. Goodness, you gotta have a little bit more feel for the game for us a little bit, and then we'll be fine.
I don't care, you know, if it's a person, if it's a mythological creature, it just can't happen, you know.
Stop tweeting.
What would you like to say to Max if Max were here?
Don't let me find out who you are.
Well, he's a mythical creature. That's what he is.
That's what he is.
Well, Max meant well, but should probably stay away from the ballpark for just a little bit.
You gotta love social media, don't you? Another reason to follow us on Twitter at Go Griffins. Aside from that hiccup, still a great home opening series for Griffin baseball last weekend.
The Griffins took 3 of 4 from Nebraska Kearney, including a doubleheader sweep in dramatic fashion Sunday. Take a look.
Sunday, baseball concluding its home opening series with Nebraska Kearney. Game 1, Nick Gerardo on the hill and earning outs every possible way. Pickoffs, strikeouts. Get that kid a booster seat. Griffins down 1-0 in the 6th until Nate Rambler happened. He unloads the left. A solo shot, his second in as many days. That was the Citizens Bank and Trust Griff Schoolyard inning. Lucky fan wins $50. It's that easy. Skip to the 7th and final inning. Griff's down 2-1, but here they come again. Michael Schultz leads off with a double. Next batter, Sean Agee trying to move him over. Lays down a beautiful bunt. Everybody's safe. Griff's with the tying run 90 feet away, and the next batter, Bubba Dotson, into pitch hit. Delivers big time. Lifts a shot to the left center gap. Tying run comes home. Aggie trying to score all the way from first, and there's no play. That's a winner. Griffs walk off with a 3-2 victory in Game 1. Game 2, Buzz Verduzco wants fifth gear.
Gas pedal, baby. Okay? Let's go to work. Go, boys!
Griffins get the offensive motor going in the fourth. Down 1-0. Then Jake Graham steps up and rips a rope that one hops the wall in left center. Dotson and Rambler come home safely. Griffs take the lead, and the assault would continue. Kyle Simpson goes shopping at the gap as well. RBI double for him. Western up 4-1 after 4. Sixth inning, the onslaught continues. Nate Rambler doesn't just hit home runs. This is his third hit of the doubleheader. Aggie dives home safely. Later, Spencer Shockley breaks a hitting slump with an inside-the-park homer. That scores the Griffins' 10th run, which wins the fans in attendance free chicken wings at the tap room. That's a good deal. Griffs pull the doubleheader sweep with a 12-5 victory. They take 3 of 4 from Kearney and run their record to 4-3 overall.
Definitely. You always want to show up to play at your home field, and it feels great to take 3 out of 4 from these guys.
Tell you the truth, I'm happy with our pitching and our defense really right now, and we've really been able to pick it up, and that'll keep you in a lot of games, and offense will come and go. But we're starting to create a little bit of an identity for ourselves, I think, especially offensively, and you know, our pitchers, I think, are going to build off that offensive production, so we just got to keep it going.
Next up for the Griffs, a 4-game series this weekend in Warrensburg against the number 3 ranked team in the nation, Central Missouri.
It's the MIAA opener for both teams, and the Griffs will find out immediately how they stack up.
And obviously, when you go on the road and going on the road playing someone that's always top 10 ranked in the country, you got to have your A game. Everyone's going to have to perform at top levels.
We're going to have to pitch good, and then we're going to have to field good, and we're going to have to come and hit. We've been hitting good, so I'm excited to see how we hit against them.
It's crucial that we play our best, and especially since we'll be on their turf, it's going to be a lot more pressure on us.
I know that they're going to be good, obviously. They're confident, so they're going to think that they're going to be better than us. We got to go in there with the same level of confidence as them and play as hard as we can. We should be all right.
The 4-game swing at Central Missouri begins Friday.
Meanwhile, Griffin softball continues to add wins and climb up the national rankings. The Griffs went 5-1 this weekend in the 5-state shootout in Arkansas. They are now 14-3 overall and ranked number 19 in the country. The Griffs have the week off. They return to action March 6th for their home opener against Quincy University.
Griffin tennis sits at 1-3 on the early season, but the Griffins have played dynamite competition early on. The Griffins have been competitive thanks in part to a pair of freshmen. Sarah Boldridge and Kayla Dysart are making their presence felt as the Griffins' #1 doubles team. They've also been thrust into the #2 and #3 singles spots. Coach Ron Selkirk says overall, this squad has been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, we're better than I thought we would be, honestly. I think the girls are trying hard. You know, right now we're competing, and that's a big thing.
Speaking of spring sports, we're talking about men's and women's golf in March. Who would have thought that? Both teams get their schedule started this coming week as they play in Smithville at Paradise Point Golf Complex in the Rockhurst Early Bird Classic. Griffin women with a veteran squad and eyes and aspirations on an MIAA Conference Championship this spring. Griffin men with a young squad, a tough spring schedule, all culminating with the MIAA Golf Championships in April. The winner of that tournament receives an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
Last semester we had a lot of new guys come in, and I thought we were a little inexperienced. Now we have that semester under our belt, and we have really good team cohesion, so I think we could all work together and have a really good season, and we have the potential for sure.
But we're really busting our butt to get ready for the spring. We're all pretty pumped, and we're definitely working hard and hoping to get that championship.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on neck pain.
I can fix it.
Spine and Sport. Stay healthy, my friends.
Train like the pros at Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Your first choice, the right choice.
Okay, we're here with Reed Mells to finish talking about ankle sprain rehab for the basketball player. You know, we started Reed in the pool, but now we're trying to get to the court to really get the land and the gravity to load that ankle. So we brought a BAPS board, and Reed's going to demonstrate for you how we move that BAPS board. And he's going to go in circles here. And that ankle has to work a lot there to get that motion going. He's going to use his other foot as a balance point while that foot is moving in a circular motion. So now we're going to go in, we're going to keep him in the weak area of the ankle sprain is tilted in. That's called eversion. We got the board down, and he's going to do some squats where he has to bend and squat that knee. He's going to go through a few reps of that. We're going to throw him a basketball, and he's going to have to catch that while his foot is working hard on that BAPS board. He's keeping down load his calf and his knee, and meanwhile that ankle is working hard, moving in all three dimensions. Okay, so now we've finished the BAPS board and we're moving on to the hurdles. Reed's going to go over some hurdles here. So we're going to take that ankle, and the ankle's got to land forward, back. Now he's got to go backwards. His ankle's got to land and then explode back. He's going to turn sideways now. We're going to get another dimension into this where he's going to his left, but now he's got to go to his right. And he turns that around. So we've done one dimension, we've done two dimensions, everything happens in three dimensions. He's going to do a little bit of a twist here where he toes out, toes in. So that's creating rotation in his core to help that ankle and his hip get stronger. So now that we've finished the 2 feet, we're going to go to 1 foot hops over this one hurdle, front to back. He goes back and forth. There's 2, there's 3. Now he's got to turn sideways. We got to get the second dimension side to side. He goes 1 foot side to side, and the hard one is going rotational. So he's going to toe out, jump over, toe out. That toe out, very good, Reed. Awesome job. That toe out throws in the rotation to the core. That's ankle sprain rehab, starting from the beginning in the pool, progressing it to gadgets that help mobilize the ankle, getting into more plyometrics with hurdles, going from 2 foot to 1 foot. We're trying to prevent that ankle sprain from happening again. That's training like the pros at Spine and Sport.
He once helped an unbalanced bull by teaching him ballet. He cured a man's foot with plantar fasciitis by playing Go Fish.
You have an 8. Go Fish.
He helped balance a man by playing darts with his eyes. He is the most helpful physical therapist in the world.
I don't always go to physical therapy, but when I do, I prefer Spine and Sport.
Stay healthy, my friends.
Welcome back. We wrap it up with Role Play, the Pick'em segment. You're back.
Folks are shaking. They're in withdrawal. I mean, you know you're really big time with a segment when you only have it once a month. People can build up. They are ready for this, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They have to be.
Let's get after it. Role Play. Brett, you are Chiefs head coach Romeo Cornell for the second time this year.
I'm starting to get used to this. Second time.
Yes.
Does that mean I get to wear the headsets this fall?
Yeah, and gain 500 pounds. You last week said that you'd be interested in Peyton Manning. Who will be your quarterback this season?
First of all, I'm going to be lighter in the pocketbook. I think that's some antitrust rules and tampering, so I'm going to be lighter in the pocketbook. But Matt Castle's my quarterback this fall. Are you kidding me? He's under contract. He's the golden child. I'd love to have Kyle Orton back myself, but I don't think Mr. Pioli is going to bring him back. Matt Castle will be my quarterback. I'm not even sure Peyton Manning's going to play this fall, let's be honest. And even so, we won't spend the cap room on him anyway. Matt Castle's my quarterback this fall.
Okay, my turn now. Go.
Ryan Menley. Yeah. Is this right? You're the Missouri Tigers, and you've lost 2 in a row?
I have.
You're my team. That's scary. At least you got the black V-neck on.
Yes, I do. And I blew a 19-point second-half lead to Kansas.
Well, you were playing 8 on 5.
Are you kidding? Well, yeah.
People in stripes were on your team,
Spoken
too.
like a true Homer fan there for you, Brett Easley. But I blew a 19-point lead. That is concerning. If I'm Frank Haith, I'm concerned. We have to pick it up now. Here, you get to pick them for last week. For 2 weeks ago, you win it. So, but I still have the overall lead by 3, and we only have 2 shows to go. So I can go conservative.
And naturally, we only have 3 picks on here this week.
But we got 2 more shows after this. Mizzou, we just talked about them. I was Mizzou. Now you get to pick Mizzou. They play Iowa State on Wednesday.
That's going to be a tough game. Royce White and company rolling to town. They've had some really nice victories. But senior night at Mizzou Arena, Mizzou wins that game.
They're
get
not
back on track.
Yeah, they're not going to lose 3 in a row. Absolutely not. Okay, MIAA tournament. Let's just go this way. Pick me the winner on the men's and women's side this weekend.
Give me Northwest Missouri State on the men's side. They should have won it outright, lost a couple down the stretch. 3-way tie. Northwest wins on the men's side. Women's side, it's going to be a good tournament. I think up and down the league, that's going to be pretty entertaining. Give me Pittsburgh State. They win that. In my mind, they've been the best team all year. Washburn wins the regular season. I like Pitt State. They're going to win that tournament.
I like Pitt State on the women's side as well, but Washburn's been there, done that, knows how to win in that tournament. Give me the Lady Blues to win another tournament in Kansas City. And on the men's side, give me Central Missouri. I like Northwest. I like the team they've been, but they have taken some people's best shots here at the end, stumbled a little bit at the end. Central Missouri's got the most talent. Kim Anderson's got a way of...
Arguable 4 or 5 teams could win that tournament.
Yeah,
very wide open.
I completely agree with you on that. One other note to pass along, too. Just want to say our well wishes to Gene Steinmeier, the Northwest women's basketball coach.
I didn't see that coming.
Yep, retired on Monday, so he's going his way, and he is one of the funniest guys you will ever meet.
He is.
So much fun, such a nice guy. A very good blogger, too, a very good writer. He's got a career in that. My best memory of Gene Steinmeier actually involves Missouri Western 2006-2007 season when the Griffin women had 30 wins. Steinmeier's Northwest Bearcats are playing the Griffins, and Steinmeier's son, Sammy, is sitting in the Western section in a Western shirt cheering on the Griffins. Never let him live that down.
Coach Steinmeier's a basketball fan. He enjoys good basketball. He's a Royals fan, so he's #1 in my book there as well. Coach Steinmeier, we wish you well.
That's GSI for this week. Follow Max Griffon on Twitter at GoGriffins. Check us out on the website, gogriffins.com. And as always, Brett Easley.
Go Griffs.